Hey you guys, thank you and welcome back to Jasmine D TV. Thank you for coming back to watch another video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe and share this video. So in this video, I am doing a silk press on my client. She hasn't been in a while, so she definitely needs the works. Today we're going to be doing a silk press. She does have highlights in her hair that are growing out, and I'm going to be showing you guys the routine that I go through. So right here you can see that I am shampooing her hair. This is the first shampoo, and if you're familiar with washing clients' hair, other people's hair, or even your own, you know that that first shampoo is basically just like getting out the oils and the dirts from, you know, your hair builds up oil and dirt and build up. So that first shampoo is usually kind of like getting the soap in there to move that around, so that when you go in with the next shampoo, you can actually start to clean the hair. So now I'm going in with the second round of shampoo, and you'll notice that it's going to start to lather up a little bit more than what it did on the last one. Usually on the first shampoo you don't get a good lather because, like I said, you have like the dirt and the oil in your hair, and that doesn't really allow the shampoo to really lather up like it would once you can kind of get that out. So it's always good to do, to me, I usually think that it's always good to do at least 2 shampoos, but for me I usually go with about 3, maybe even 4 sometimes, depending on the client, depending on how much oil they use in their hair, you know, during the time that they haven't been at the salon, and just depending on how much buildup you have, because you don't want to shampoo somebody's hair just to say, oh, I shampooed it, and then it's not clean. So if you have to do 3 or 4 washes, that's totally fine, you know, but you got to make sure you do it good and you do it right so that the client will be pleased. Also, you can see here like where I am going in on the scalp with like a wash and a massage, and also washing the ends of the hair. I noticed that a lot of times people focus a lot on the scalp, which is great, but you need to wash the ends of the hair too because they also have oil. So she just came from up under the dryer. We did a deep conditioning on her, and she just came from up under the dryer, and now I'm going to rinse out the conditioner, the deep conditioner that she had in her hair. And so what I tell people a lot is that when you are rinsing out conditioner from like a deep condition, or just having conditioner in your hair, make sure you rinse it all out. A lot of times people go over with a little quick rinse, and that's just not enough. Like, that just doesn't cut it. You need to make sure that you get all of the conditioner rinsed out of the client's hair, so that when you begin to blow dry it and straighten it, it doesn't like smoke up the room. If that happens, it's real smoky and you can't hardly breathe, you in there choking and stuff, that just means that there's still product left in that person's hair and that you didn't get it all out. So whenever you're rinsing out conditioner, rinse, rinse, rinse. And that also goes for like extensions too. When you are rinsing out your extensions that you might have colored or that you might be rewashing, and you do a conditioner on there, make sure you rinse it all out. So now we're going to go into the blow drying process. Before I start blow drying my clients' hair, I usually give them a few sprays of like a leave-in spray conditioner. This particular one that I'm using is a detangling and leave-in spray conditioner. So that leave-in conditioning spray, by the way, is by Cream of Nature. It's called Argan Oil Perfect 7. So it's a 7-in-1 leave-in conditioning treatment. It detangles, conditions. It's a heat protectant also. It stops breakage and controls frizz, moisturizes dry hair, prevents split ends, and adds shine. So I like to use that before I blow dry. But you don't want to put in more than like 3 or 4 sprays because you don't want to have the client's hair coated with product. So here I'm just getting her hair blown dry so I can make sure that it's dry. So one thing that I want to point out too, when you're blow drying your client's hair, you want to remember that blowing your client's hair dry is to get it dry and not always to get it perfectly straight. That's what your straightener is for. You want to make sure that you're getting her scalp dry and that you get the hair dry. But the straightener is for straightening because you don't want to overheat your client's hair. So I got her all nice and blown dry. Her hair does blow dry pretty straight because her hair is just trained to be straight from being straightened. And now I'm starting her straightening. And her hair, like I said, it doesn't really take much to straighten it. So I usually go with like one good pass and she's pretty good. See how nice and shiny and smooth it is? And if you notice, she has like a little bit of breakage on her ends that we're going to go over with a little small trim, not a lot, but we're going to go over it with a little trim. And that's something that's really good to pay attention to for people that have color and people that have blonde in your hair. It's very important to make sure that your ends don't get too dry, especially in the winter months. The winter can be pretty harsh on our hair. You want to make sure you're getting your deep conditionings and you want to make sure that your ends don't get too dry. So I usually recommend to my client, like especially if you know that you're coming in for an appointment soon, take just a little bit of oil, like a vitamin E oil, or some kind of hair oil that you like. Olaplex has a really good oil for this, and you just want to touch up those ends just a little tiny bit, nothing heavy, but just enough. And now we're just going to go over her ends a little bit because what you don't want to do is leave dry ends or split ends on your hair because then it'll cause your hair to split all the way up and to break. And that's what we don't want. And I'm just doing a little bit of dusting here, not really a full haircut, but just a little dusting of her ends. And I know how like a lot of times you guys see people where they just like go around the bottom of the person's hair for the trim. You have to get in there too because the hair needs to be pulled up so that you can get the split ends that might be like at the top. Everything is not always only at the bottom. So as you can see here, I'm pulling the hair up so that I can get those split ends that are at the top also. So now we're going to go ahead and add some curls to her hair. This particular client, she loves curls, and she likes her curls tight because she wants them to last her all week until she comes back. So we're going to just throw some curls up in there so she can bounce out the chair looking all cute and curly. I love curls too. I love like curling my clients' hair, and a lot of times I would just suggest like curls to my clients. I'm like, do you want curls or do you want it straight? Because that's just something that, you know, you ask to be polite. But even if they say, no, I just want it straight, I'll be like, girl, you should do curls today. That'll look so cute on you. And more than likely, they usually do the curls, and it usually looks really cute. Look at those curls. I just love how the mixture of her chocolate colored hair and her highlights, they just mix so well. So beautiful. I love that mixture. And there we go. We got it all curled up. It's looking good and full, nice and healthy. She got her a nice little trim. Perfect. Color is beautiful. She's pleased. I'm pleased because that's what mainly matters, is that she's pleased. And that's the silk press. She doesn't like hers wrapped up because, like I said, she wants her curls to stay tight. So there you go. I want to just thank you guys for, again, watching this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to hit me up in the DM. Look at me in the DM in the comments below. Yeah, and thank you for watching. I really appreciate you guys, and I can't wait to see you on the next video. Please remember to turn on your notifications so that you'll know when I'm dropping another one. And God bless you guys. I love you for watching. Have a good one. Yay, she loves it. I love it too. And I love y'all. Bye.